And today we're going to find out what it takes to uplist on Nasdaq, where these Canadian Bitcoin miners stand, and I have a special project I want to show you later on the video that I think you'll truly enjoy. The hype around these Canadian OTCs is real. You may or may not know that people are betting on the fact that some of these Canadian miners will eventually get listed on Nasdaq. So why should a company pursue uplisting? There are a variety of reasons why companies do want to get listed on Nasdaq. Some of these reasons include raising capital, higher liquidity, and access to additional retail and institutional investors. To get listed on Nasdaq, there are 4 basic quantitative requirements that these companies must meet. The first requirement is that they must have at least 1.25 million publicly traded outstanding shares. Basically, outstanding means that this can be bought and sold by the public. The second requirement is that the stock price needs to be at least $4. There are special conditions where the price can be lower. The third condition is that there needs to be at least 3 market makers. Market makers are brokers such as Schwab or Fidelity. The fourth condition is that there needs to be at least 450 round lot holders. Round lot means that the shares are in an increment of 100. There are additional financial requirements depending on the Nasdaq tier they want to list on. Another factor to uplisting is qualitative requirements. This is considered corporate governance. To get uplisted, Nasdaq will do their due diligence on the directors, all officers, and principal shareholders for any conflicts of interest. They go through public records, social media, public press, Twitter feeds, YouTube, and more. So how long does this take? The quickest I've seen is that it can take 4 weeks, but it can also take up to a full year. Once the company has been uplisted, us retailers do not have to do anything. Our shares are automatically ported across. As you can see from this chart here, all the Canadian miners do qualify for the minimum requirements needed for Nasdaq to uplist. There are some additional requirements needed for Nasdaq, such as pre-tax earnings, cash flow, market cap, and total assets. All the miners satisfy at least one of these requirements, and you just need one. Most of the miners have been pretty quiet about the uplisting. For example, Hut8 was asked numerous times during interviews if they were going to be listed. Here is the CEO's response when she was interviewed by Empire Building.
It seems actively you are pursuing an uplisting, but there's not clear how much you can say about that.
Obviously we're listening to Twitter and our investors. We understand their perspective, and optionality is important to us. We are looking at a variety of different options, and when something's final, we will share it. But at this point, there is nothing more that can be said.
Except for Bitfarms. Mathieu, who was a former founder and current CIO, has tweeted out that they have applied for Nasdaq and it should be going ahead soon. Alright guys, for the special surprise I promised. For the past couple of weeks, I've been working on a website to give you all the information you need in order to review and analyze the miners. The website's called trendingwithjoe.com. The reason why I created this was because there was a lot of information out there and it was hard to try to gather everything in one place. Now you can quickly see the market cap, the hash rate for these miners, which Reddit or stock quits is blowing up, and much, much more. I've also created a calendar section to give you the latest information of what's happening and when. There is also a news section to give you the latest news, and lastly a Twitter section to give you all the latest tweets. This is a work in progress. I plan to add to it, so stay tuned, check it out, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks guys.